There are two rules on the spiritual path: begin and continue. Wake up. These words aren't mine. They belong to Rumi, the 13th century mystic whose poetry has awakened souls for 8 centuries. Today we're diving deep into his profound teaching, from crazy as we are, to understand, in practical terms, how to recognize the false self, separate from limiting identities, and experience your true nature when you discover that you are not separate from what you seek. There is a soul within your soul. Seek for it. What if everything you think defines you is just a costume you've forgotten you're wearing? Your name, your nationality, your profession, your beliefs, your past, your future plans. What if none of these touch the essence of who you actually are? Rumi knew this. He lived it. Listen to his radical declaration. I am not Christian, Jewish, or Muslim. I am not of the West or East. I am not made of earth, water, air, or fire. My place is the placeless. I am not of the body or soul. I am of the beloved. This isn't poetry. This is awakening. Right now, as you listen to these words, something in you recognizes this truth, not your mind. Your mind is probably already making lists, creating objections, analyzing, but something deeper, something that doesn't need proof. There's a jewel in the mountain of your body. Look toward the mind that holds this jewel. The mind is not your thoughts. Thoughts come and go like weather. Think about the constant worry about money or the judgment of another person. These thoughts come and go, but the one who is aware of them remains. The mind is not your emotions. Emotions rise and fall like waves. The mind is not your memories or your dreams about tomorrow. The mind is the watcher, this presence that remains here, whether you're happy or sad, young or old, successful or struggling. But here's what Rumi discovered, and what changes everything. If you go beyond body, perception, and soul, everything becomes that which you truly are. This is where most spiritual seeking goes wrong. We look for God, for truth, for peace, for love, as if these were somewhere else, as if awareness were a destination we need to reach. Love said to me, "There is nothing that is not me." Can you feel the revolution in these words? You are not seeking love. You are love, seeking to recognize itself. Let's explore this right now. Close your eyes if you can. Take 3 deep breaths. Now ask yourself, who is breathing? Don't answer with your name. Don't answer with your story. Who is breathing? Notice the one who notices the breath. Feel the presence that's here with your body, sitting or standing right now. Notice what's aware of these words. Can you find where this awareness begins or ends? Can you locate it in space? Does it have a color, a shape, a temperature? This presence, this cannot be captured, cannot be contained, cannot be limited by any identity you've ever claimed. Stay here for a moment. Rest in this recognition. This is what Rumi calls waking up. Not waking up to something, but waking up as what you've always been. Open your eyes when you're ready. Now comes the beautiful challenge. How do you live from this recognition? Not in the usual ways we're told. Not by changing your meditation routine or your morning rituals, but in those moments when you catch yourself in the mirror and feel like a stranger to yourself. Remember, the one looking is the same awareness that has always been looking, regardless of how the reflection changes. In those quiet moments between activities, when you suddenly feel the weight of existence and wonder, what's the point of all this? Remember, the one questioning is the answer to every question. When you're with people and feel like you don't belong anywhere, to any group, any category, remember, your true home is the placeless place that Rumi speaks of. The awareness that belongs to no particular form, yet is present in all forms. In those seconds just before sleep, when your daily identity starts to dissolve and you feel a strange peace mixed with mild terror, remember, this dissolution is not death, but recognition. You're not becoming nothing. You are recognizing the nothing that you are, the pregnant emptiness from which everything arises. When you find yourself staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., questioning every choice you've ever made, remember, the one aware of this questioning remains untouched by any story of success or failure. In those moments of unexpected beauty that stop you mid-step, a particular quality of light, a child's laughter, the way leaves move in wind, notice how the observer and the observed become one seamless experience. The essence is emptiness. The rest is accident. Emptiness brings peace to love. All the rest is disease. These aren't Rumi's words to be understood. They're invitations to be experienced. You're not the person you think you are. You're not the person others think you are. You're not even the person you're trying to become. You are the love that animates the search. You are the peace that remains when all identities fall away. You are the awareness in which all experiences arise and dissolve. This recognition doesn't make you special. It reveals that what you are was never ordinary to begin with. The wall between you and what you seek is made of nothing but thought, and thought, as real as it appears, is just another movement in the awareness that you are. Wake up, not tomorrow. Now, in this recognition, everything changes and nothing changes. You are still you, but you is no longer a limitation. It's an expression of the limitless, playing at being limited for the sheer joy of the game. When someone asks you who you are, notice the pause before you answer. In that pause lives your true nature, the awareness that exists before any story begins. When you feel overwhelmed by the complexity of life, remember, complexity is just simplicity appearing as many. The many is always the one, playing hide and seek with itself. In moments of deep loneliness, recognize you cannot be alone, because there is only one consciousness appearing as everything. Your loneliness is God missing God. When fear arises about death, about loss, about the future, notice what in you remains untouched by these fears. What witnesses fear without becoming fearful? This is the great joke Rumi discovered. We search everywhere for what we already are. We seek completion in a world of forms, while being the formless completeness that gives birth to all forms. You are the space in which thoughts appear. You are the silence from which all sounds emerge. You are the stillness that dances as all movement. If I could spend just one moment with you, I would dance in both worlds. But you are already dancing in both worlds. You are the eternal pretending to be temporal. You are the infinite playing at being finite. You are love dressed up as a seeker, seeking love. Rest here, in the silence between words, in the space between thoughts, in the awareness that remains when everything else dissolves. This is who you are. This is who you have always been. This is who you could never stop being, even when you forget. The remembering is happening now. The awakening is this moment. And in this moment, there is only love recognizing itself as everything that appears. The search ends where it began, in the heart of the seeker. The treasure was never hidden. You were never lost. You were never separate from what you sought. The mountain was always made of the jewel. The jewel was never separate from the mountain. You are both the seeking and the finding, the question and the answer, the lover and the beloved. Rest here, without seeking, without becoming, without even the need to understand. Just this, just now, just you, the real you, being what you have always been. Pause. Be. If this recognition touched something in you, if you felt even a glimpse of what Rumi is pointing to, consider staying with us on this journey, and perhaps leave a comment sharing what arose for you in this practice. What did you notice? What remains? Your presence here is not an accident. Until we meet again in silence.